All right, back again. I actually just stopped recording the other video, so I'm doing them back to back, but I felt it's nicer to divide them into smaller parts instead of having, you know, a 40-minute video. It just feels like it's too much to take in one video, and when it's like 20 minutes each episode, I think it's easier to follow tutorials. I remember when I started, I thought it was a lot easier to follow if there was like 15 to 20 minutes each video. Easier to feel that you were going somewhere when you were following a series as well, instead of like being stuck in one video for an hour. Anyway, we're gonna continue. What we did in the last episode that I just recorded is basically that we just showed and hide the health bar. That's pretty much it. Whenever the AI was getting some damage. So we are gonna start with the strafing function on our AI. So we are gonna be continuing with the AI. As always, please like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And yeah, let's jump into it. So we got our master AI. Right click, create a new blueprint, enumeration. Call this E_strafing direction. Bam. So we are gonna start with that. Let's see how far we get this video. I'm gonna try to keep it around 20 minutes. So we'll start by doing the strafing and then maybe get into like 1 or 2 left or right attacks or something. Hopefully. So strafing direction. We have backwards, back. We have right, and we have left. That's all we have, because we don't need a strafing direction to the front because he's always walking to the front or forwards. So that's actually gonna be easy. No problem. I have another tutorial on this. I feel like I'm doing a lot of double work here, but this is one series, so I'm gonna do everything here from an empty project to the finish line, and then do an entire game, and then give it to all of you for free. Bum 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 bum. I'm losing myself, sorry. Okay, let's get into it. In your player or in your AI class, create a new variable, call it S_strafing direction. It's not a structure, so actually call it E_strafing direction. And then make it of the type E_strafing direction, which is the one that we just made. Perfect. So now we have our reference to now we can decide which direction we're gonna strafe later. We need a function for this. So create a new function, called it strafing decide set strafing direction. I might need to cheat for this, we will see. Not player state, get E_strafing direction. So grab the reference to your strafing direction, and from the strafing direction bring in a switch. So here we're gonna decide the values that forces our character to move in different directions. I'm gonna cheat a little bit just because I know that I'll make some error here otherwise. Where is my other? I'm just gonna copy in the code from my other project. There we go. So what you need is, you need 3 functions or 3 variables, one called strafing direction vector. Okay, not 3, only 1. Create variable strafing direction vector, and this variable is gonna be what's driving our character's strafing, because we are gonna force it to strafe. We're not actually gonna use the nav mesh bounce volume to strafe, because I don't know how to do that, or if it's even possible. So these are the different values. So basically, if we are strafing back, we are gonna get the forward vector of our character, and we are gonna divide, or we're gonna multiply it with -1. So that gives us the backwards direction.
Sup, nerds?
Sup? And for the right and left, right vector is super easy because we already got that. It's a finished node called get actor right vector. Then you get the vector toward, yeah, you get the right vector. And for the left, you just want to multiply the right vector with -1 to get left. Super easy. But I always mess this up anyway. Then we want a return node. And you want to plug this one in this way, because if you drag them like this, you can only do one, as you can see. But we want to, since we are setting them before we return, this one is always going to be the last one anyway, so it's fine. Perfect. Now it's getting a little bit messy. Why is it working? Okay, screw that. Perfect. What do I want to do now? There are some, because this is the AI class, we don't need the reticle. Why isn't my keyboard working? I'm just gonna remove some stuff that we don't need from the AI class. Just to clean up a little bit. Perfect. And we got our rotate to target. Perfect. Okay, we already got that. Awesome. And as long as we are in combat mode, we are rotating. Okay. Let's see then. Find closest enemy. I'm just reminding myself where I have all the logic here. Master AI. Cool. And then we have the combat graph, right? Cool. Okay. So what we want to do now is maybe on the, do we need an event tick? Let's just start by doing it on the event tick, just to make sure that it's working. Okay, we already have an event tick. Ah, cool. Ah, so I had an AI graph. That's why I didn't find it. Perfect. Am I using this one or am I using the other one? I have two rotating. Has target. Why do I have this one then? There was a rotate to target. Am I using this? I'm just gonna. I'm getting confused on my own stuff here. Okay, let's just decide this and see if I am using that even. Doesn't seem like I am, right? It's working now. He's following the player. So it's the target basically that decides this. Yeah. Okay, so let's delete unnecessary stuff. I'm sorry, I should have done that before. Because after a while things get confusing. This is not needed. I'm just gonna look at it one more time just to make sure and set tick detect attack direction. Detect attack direction. Yeah, no. Is it? Okay, yeah. So that's for the player character, yeah. So we don't need that. Perfect. Actually, we probably don't even need. There's a lot of stuff there we don't need. I'm gonna clean that up some other time. So, okay. Everything's working fine. Let's go into the strafing. We got the tick in the AI graph, didn't I just have that? AI graph. So let's just start by doing it on the tick, but then later we can probably do a custom tick for it, but let's start with doing it on this one. I'm just gonna see so that I don't cheat on you again. So basically we got the rotation. So what do we want to do now? If we want to strafe, let's decide where to strafe. Actually, let's start by just seeing if it's working here. So just to see if it's working, basically. Create a new function or a new variable called is strafing. And perfect. So let's just set is strafing to true instead. This is not the way we're gonna do it in the end, but let's just see if it's working. So is strafing to true, and has target also true, and everything looks all right. Am I looping here? Yeah, I am. Okay. Basically, I just want to. Where should we put it? Actually, let's just do it like this and see. No, because we also need to. Okay, yeah. I'm getting a little bit confused. Okay, anyway, let's start. How do we do this? Because we got this function, set strafing direction, right? Make this a pure function first. So pure function basically what it does is it doesn't, you don't need it to plug it in the flow. And then just add movement input. like that. Perfect. And I think we only want to do this if we are strafing. Add a branch before, because we don't need to rotate towards the player constantly if we aren't strafing, because this AI is basically just gonna run straight towards us, then we don't need to set the actor rotation. So that also makes it a little bit easier on performance, because a lot of the times it's gonna stop here instead of checking this as well. So I just want to see what happens now. We got set strafing as true. I just want to see what happens. It's probably not going to react to us at all, no. Strafing is true. Okay, he didn't have a target, so that's why it didn't go further than there. Let's see what happens now. Okay, yeah, as you can see, he decided to strafe backwards. So we can see that it's actually working, which is nice. And the reason he shows back is because back is the default one, I think. It's the first one I typed in, so if you look at the E strafing direction variable, you can't see it because of my face in the camera. Maybe I should actually move that, because we have a lot of variables and stuff there. Fuck it. You have your E strafing direction. If you select it in the flow here to the left, the default one is back. So when he's strafing, we're gonna strafe backwards. If we set it to left and do the same thing again, you're gonna see that he's strafing to the left, as you can see. So it's working, which is nice. So we need to add a, let's see, how does the animation blueprint look? Do we have? Okay, yeah, so this is cool. So the reason he's standing still is probably, oh, that's the player character. Master enemy. So he has the same, right? And this is only, okay. Do we have variables for speed right? We do have variables for speed right. So it should work. The reason it's not working is because he's not in combat mode, I would believe. Yeah, because this is not triggering, so it doesn't go into combat mode. So yeah, cool. So it's working. Okay, let's decide what to do now. So for this one, AI move to, let's set it to something a little bit further away, like 400. So when he gets to 400, he is gonna enter combat mode. And when he enters combat mode, he wants to do a decision, this AI. He wants to see what he wanna do. So we are gonna do a switch on integer. Switch on int. Okay, so just right click and grab a random integer and then from it do a switch on int. So let's see. He's gonna do a random action, so we're not gonna know what he does before. He's gonna have 3 choices. 1, 2, 3, no, 4 choices. And the max is gonna be 3. Let's do random int in range. Minimum is 0, is maximum is 3. Okay. So if the random is 0, he's gonna attack. No, actually he's gonna move closer. So if the random is 0, we are gonna move closer to the player and then attack. And here we can do 150. And we can keep. We can do. So get the target, get the word location of the root component or mesh or whatever, it's fine. The pawn is going to be self, and the acceptance rate is 100. Target actor is going to be the target. So we're going to move closer, and then we're going to server attack on success, not on default, and not on that one. So only when we get closer we are going to attack. Bring this up a little bit just to create some space. And then on 1 we're gonna set E strafing direction to back. On 2, this is actually a poor way to do it because now he will strafe a lot. We want it to be around 50% chance to strafe, so let's do it like this instead. And let's do another one of these. Random int from the 1. So first we're going to randomize if he's going to move closer and attack or if he's going to strafe around. And then we're going to decide what strafing direction he's going to go to if he's strafing. And he's going to strafe for, say, 1 second, because added in the other one this delay there, it's gonna be 2 seconds, and then we're gonna recheck again and move closer, and on success we're gonna do this again, and onwards and onwards and onwards. Let's see how that looks. Closer. He's still attacking. He has not decided to strafe yet. That's something's clearly not working. What is not working? Okay, it's back, right, left. Random integer in range. So he does, this does execute, so I wonder why this does not execute. Because we never set strafing to true. Yeah, okay. First you need to set strafing to true. Do it between here. There we go. You can see he's strafing back. and he's trying to back away. He's a little bit cowardly, this one. He's trying to strafe back. I wonder what's happening now. It's lagging a little bit. I wonder what he's doing. Actually, let's see what he's doing. Okay, so he's stuck on pawn sensing. He is strafing, so that's good. It somehow exited the loop, and it's stuck here, and it's stuck here. Why is it stuck here? Okay, what we should do is probably can we do it like this? Is this a bad way to do it? Let's go back and check. He's backing. What is he doing now? Let's go back and check. It is false now, it should. Game creation is freaking hard. It's always something that gets in the way. It's exiting the loop somewhere. It's probably a failed cast or something. Set target, set target, set target. And there's probably somewhere the loop is not going through. Maybe we should do on fail as well. Let's try it like this. Just gonna see if that works. Okay, you probably can't see it, but you can see now it's working. So it was a cast that was failing somewhere. So as you can see, he is unsure what to do. We still need to fix that equip and unequip bug, but as you can see, he's getting closer. He's walking left and right. He's acting fairly unpredictable. He's attacking every now and then. We need to block that one. I think he's looking fairly lively. Block. Block. No, he only does upwards attack. So perfect, that seems to actually work. Cool. Good. Didn't even get stuck that much. So yeah, let's just see if it's working on the client as well. And it looks to be working on the client. You can see he is doing the same thing there. Apparently he really likes attacking when he gets close. We should probably make him strafe backwards away a little bit after he's attacked. Yeah, some minor bug fixes needed, but you can see at least he's alive, so that's good. Yeah, that's it for today's video. Nude roommates bonus.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, anyway, that's it. Subscribe to my channel if you are new and you like the videos, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Good night.